back to the watch list. I'm Kevin Howell, the one eye scout. Last time we got a chance to sit down with Jamail, we had a great conversation. He was turning heads on the circuit and picking up offers. Now the story's a little bit different. Class of 26 guard, Steele High School, and officially signed with Missouri S&T. My guy Jamail is back in the building. What's up, man?
How you doing? Feels good to be back. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Yeah. So since the last time you were on, a lot's changed. If you had to sum up the last few months in one word, what would it be?
It would be unexpected. I've had a lot of unexpected events happen of me getting hurt and not knowing when to come back. I was going to doctor's appointments. We didn't know what was really going on. We didn't know why my hand wasn't healing. That's why it took me so long to come back because I didn't know what was going on. And then eventually I had to get surgery about 2 months ago. And then
Yeah,
I finally came back and now I'm back. So
yeah, I
it's
remember that,
unexpected.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and resilient, man, because
Really.
today it's going to take a little side joint, but you really have to check in on your mental health and make sure everybody's good, and that's to be a young athlete to have not had any injury in the past. That had to be a little bit scary. So, you know, when you see it now and people say still high school guard signed at Missouri S&T, what hits you the most out of that?
I would definitely say the sign to Missouri S&T part because this has been a lifelong goal for me to play college basketball. Since I was 4 years old, I've been working my whole life to just play at this level. So I would definitely say that part sticks out the most because just the blood, sweat, and tears, it all finally paid off.
Yeah, you know, uh, I remember talking with you early in the summer, and me and you go back a little ways, and I kept thinking, when did it really click in your head? Like, yeah, man, I'm signed now. Now that this is real, and move forward.
I would say when I was at school and I signed digitally, I was like, dang, I really just signed. And then my coach texted me, was like, now we really got to start preparing for college. I was like, dang, like it's really time now to go. So
Yeah,
that's
like the,
really when
the
it
work's
hit.
just now beginning.
And then I would also say like probably when people come up to me, they ask me about Missouri or they ask me about me being signed or just stuff like that. That's really when it hits the most.
Yeah, by the way, for you folks, if you're new here and you care about real stories from real basketball players actually doing the work, hit subscribe. One Eye Scout on YouTube. These are conversations that don't really make mixtapes. Um, so we're getting ready and moving forward, and let's talk about Missouri S&T. What what drew you there? What made you say, yeah, this is where I'm going?
So what really drew me there is how the coaching staff was. Coach Walker, both of the Coach Walkers, they were texting me, just checking up on me. They were flying to Chicago to watch me. Just he flew into Texas in the island to watch me play at the tournament. So just always texting me, checking on me, asking me how I'm doing, coming to watch me play. And then really when I went on the visit, I saw the whole campus. I was like, wow, like this is really where I want to be. I could really develop here and get better. And that's really when I knew it. And I was praying about it. And God sent me the sign and I signed. I told him I'm committed.
You know, on the basketball side, what do you think that you bring to the backcourt there right away?
I would say definitely leadership, grit, ready to play defense. I would say definitely my playmaking ability. I feel I haven't really got to show my full potential at playmaking, so I really get to show it in college and also just playing defense and scoring.
Mhm.
Hitting open shots, being able to create, and that's really what I bring.
All right. We're talking about basketball, but so much of that decision, I feel like just in our conversations, went to the academic side. And so, like, let's talk about that. People talk about fit, let's talk about that, what that meant for you and why you uh, took that.
So I actually changed my major to cybersecurity instead of engineering. So they're actually one of the best, schools for engineering, cybersecurity, just Intel, stuff like that. So going there and knowing what I want to do, I know basketball's not going to last forever. You know, I still got a long life to live. So
Mhm.
knowing that I need to get a degree, I need to really know what I want to do in life. I just feel like they're our best fit academically and they're one of the best academic schools in the country.
You know what's awesome about the whole statement? You know, I changed my major, but this is still the best academic situation for me
Yes,
and
sir.
basketball. And so that's just kind of goes hand in hand with life as you're going to evolve as a person. I mean, I changed my major twice, you know, so
Mm,
uh, that just happens, and it's all about evolution and growth.
yes, sir.
Um, Someone ask you this, man: how do you see yourself there? The system, the role, long term development. How are you getting on the court early?
So the system, I feel like I fit perfectly in the system. Playing free, playing in a set kind of system, not really just all kind of plays. I feel that would best fit me, just working on pick and roll, going, attacking downhill, kicking. Um, really development. I feel Coach Walker going to play under him and his son and all the other coaching staff. I feel they'll develop me very well as they've had D1 experience, NBA experience, all that. I feel I get the best development out of there. Just my body, my IQ, everything that I need, and that's really why I've decided to go there, just because of what they can do and what I'll be able to do for them.
That's good, man. I keep preaching to people, man, that fit, man, fit, and you know, we talked about it before, we talk about it now, and it all seems like it's in the right spot. Now let's talk about we talked about the work really begins, and you see a lot of guys relax once they sign, and you haven't. You know, why? What did your routine look like the month after committing?
So literally the month after I committed, I got hurt, which is the crazy part. But I would say like right now, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I wake up, go to school, practice hour during the period. After school, go to eat, go to practice, and then after that, I get some work in, like an hour and a half shooting, and then I go work out with my dad at 9 p.m. and then I lift after that. So I'll probably get done with my day about 11:30, 12 at night, and
So that
then
kind of go ahead.
Tuesdays and Fridays we have games, and then Saturdays it's kind of like my recovery day, I guess you could say, and just days where if I want to go out and do something, have fun with my friends, that's where I go do it. And then Sunday, go to church, and then about 3, 4 o'clock I go work out with my dad, and then I go lift, and then I go shoot.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So whenever you're talking through that, I'm assuming it's similar. Like uh, I know your coach Walker and them are checking in on you.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
do they have you on one of their programs right now, or is it still uh, some of which a continuation of what you and your father have been doing?
It's really a continuation of what me and my father have been doing, really just preparing me for college. But I haven't got on Coach Walker's program yet. I think it'll be soon though, probably when they finish the season.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. How do you deal with the noise, man? People hitting you up. You made it. You made it. You know, when you know the hardest part hasn't even started yet.
I haven't. To me, I haven't made it. I haven't done anything yet. I haven't stepped foot on the college court. Nothing. Nothing is promised. I still haven't even made it to the campus. So, I just have to be real with myself and tell myself, if you haven't done anything yet, you're, you still need to focus on high school. And my parents keep me grounded a lot too, and just God, be humble,
Yeah.
keep him first.
So, all right. So, what part of your game do you feel like you're obsessing about right now? That thing that you're in the lab working on the most.
Definitely shooting right now. Just after I broke my wrist, just getting my touch back, my follow through back, everything like that. Just so really shooting off the dribble, getting to my mid range, just trying to get all that back.
You know, and watching you recently, you know, you hit some shots that you normally make. You miss some shots that you normally make. How do you handle that within the game? Because I know you as a scorer, shooter, passer, you know, all around point guard. But how do you handle that when it's not going the right way in the game, and you know there's a reason why?
So I would say really the game that really happened for me when we played Justin. I can't hit no threes. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just have to tell myself like, one, just keep shooting the ball. It's gonna fall. You just trust the reps you've been putting in. Just trust all the work you've been putting in. Eventually, it's gonna fall. You know you've been behind. You missed 3 4 months. You know you're only a month into basketball, so just keep going. Just keep working. It's gonna just trust it. So that's what I've been telling myself, or just not trying to put my head down
There
and
you go.
on the court.
Because Lord knows you got the ability to impact the game in so many different ways
Yeah.
defensively. One of your stalwart, you know. So senior year for everybody is kind of weird because a lot of different emotions, you know, a lot of last first or first last time on this, you know. Are you able to enjoy it when you're not on the clock? Like how you balancing being present right now with everything that's coming?
So I would definitely say I've been trying to balance it, not trying to work myself. Trying to, this is my last go around basically in high school, so just trying to hang out with my friends as much as I can outside of basketball or just going to watch my sister play or doing family things. 'Cause in a couple months I'll be leaving to go to a whole another state I've never been to. So just trying to balance that out and work on the court as you know, Monday through Sunday I'm working out. So
Mhm.
trying to balance that out is it's kind of hard, but it comes with it.
So talking about what comes with it, right? We said, you know, college is more than basketball, and we're going to a state we've never been to. What are
Mm.
you curious about learning or studying once you get to Missouri S&T?
Cybersecurity, definitely. And then I just want to learn about like the history of the state and, what really in the history of the school also, like what made Missouri what it is today or what made, the state of Missouri like what it is now. And just learn about the city, St. Louis, Rolla. So learn about that type of stuff and just learn. I also want to learn more about like business, owning businesses or stuff like that.
You know, one of my favorite cities that you just named was St. Louis. Only
Mm.
been there once for a brief time, but it was a good time.
My
You
college
know,
is about hour and a half away from St. Louis, so.
oh really? That's awesome, dude. All right, so if basketball ended tomorrow, what part of this journey would you still be the most proud of you lived through?
I would definitely say me going through adversity, like switching schools, injuries, playing this football, coming back, just all the adversity I faced. I never quit. I never stopped. I never gave an excuse for why I failed or I wasn't performing how I was, and I always pushed through. So that'd definitely be the most, like what I'd be proud of.
You know, this is the second time on the watch list. The first time you're trying to prove you belong in these conversations. This time you're signed. What does this episode mean to you?
Means a lot. The first time I was on here, I was still, I was still kind of lost. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know where I was gonna be at. So now I'm just very blessed. I just want to thank the Lord that I'm able, to have this opportunity to be on this episode. And now I'm signed. I know where I'm gonna go. I know what's ahead of me. I know what to prepare for it. So this episode is basically kind of like a stepping stone into the right direction.
You know, one thing that I want to walk away with what's one thing you do or did daily that most people never see, but that made the biggest difference in you getting the ability to sign?
I would definitely say, besides working out and all that stuff, I would definitely say staying away from the wrong people or staying away from the wrong type of stuff. If I see something bad's going over here, walking the other direction, or if somebody's trying to, fight me or whatever, just walking away. Knowing how to walk away, knowing how to know that I have so much more ahead of me that I could lose everything I've worked for in that little moment. So just knowing who to hang around with and where to be, and I probably think that's the biggest difference.
Man, that's a big thing because, you know, I was about to ask you, you know, what you would say to the next crew, but the next wave of players, but I think you really summed it up right now. And so we're going to end on this one is finish this sentence for me. Jamail Garland is built different because,
He's humble, he's resilient, he works hard, and he has grit, and he's committed.
all right, Y'all heard
But
it. Signed, focused, and still working like nothing's promised. Steele High School, Missouri S&T. If you're a coach who cares about guards that compete, lead, and live in the paint, you got it right here. Jamail, I appreciate you coming back on the watch list. I look forward to seeing how you close out this amazing senior year.
thank you for having me. It really means a lot. And I really appreciate you bringing me back on.
All right, if you're watching this, do me a favor, hit subscribe to the One Eye Scout YouTube channel and tap in with us on X at Kevin One Eye so you don't miss any of the watch